Good evening, everyone. We're extremely excited to be here, to be representing Baltimore, and to be talking in front of so many people and so many youth who share our passion to build a more sustainable planet. So thank you for being here. My name is Claire.
And my name is Mercedes. We've been best friends since 7th grade, and since then, you could say we've been like peanut butter and jelly. Good alone, but better together. Our strength lies in our two diverse perspectives on the work we do.
80,000. That's the number of styrofoam lunch trays that Baltimore City Public Schools throw away every day. 80,000 trays. When stacked together, they'd be as tall as the Empire State Building, or over 200 high school students standing on each other's shoulders. When I first did this math back in elementary school, I realized how much we were throwing away. But when I thought about it more, I realized that there is no away. Our trash goes somewhere beyond the trash can, a landfill, an incinerator, or even Baltimore's inner harbor. Going into this with Mercedes, I realized I was tired of the pollution for which our schools and we as students were responsible.
I became fascinated with styrofoam waste, seeing it as I walked around the Baltimore Inner Harbor or looking at the overflowing dumpster at the end of my street. All of our trash ended up in our water, our air, and in our most vulnerable neighborhoods. In Baltimore, a zip code apart could mean a 20-year life expectancy difference, and I knew my city's reliance on plastic posed a critical public health concern to youth just like myself.
So junior year, chilly December, Saturday morning, Mercedes and I were grabbing lunch in Lexington Market, a quintessential Baltimore public market which you saw in the film. Fried chicken boxes, crab cakes, all served up in styrofoam. I think that's when it hit us.
Over this meal of warm cooking grease, smells of home, we saw the never-ending waste stream of styrofoam, and we realized we needed to change this. We needed to ban styrofoam in our city and in our state. Yeah, we were only two teenagers, but we were going to do it.
We started by building support in the places we knew best, our schools. But it's a curious phenomenon that students aren't really involved in politics that much, really only on official school tours. But we had a story to tell about our city's obsession with styrofoam, and we needed to share it with our legislators in order to ban it.
Roping students into policy work, though, is challenging. They might see it as boring or detached from their everyday lives, as we did in the beginning. Through Baltimore Beyond Plastic, we began to bridge that gap between students and government, explaining during school visits that in addition to the illegal dumping in their streets and living next to an incinerator, they were being poisoned by styrofoam trays from inside the one place they were supposed to be safe, their schools. We can't just expect students to rally around a cause that they don't relate to. We needed to show them it matters to their everyday lives.
As we continued on our work, we hit resistance from an unlikely place. Adult lobbyists that were in our anti-styrofoam movement. They refused to listen to what we had to say as students, trying to take charge, dictate what we could do instead of collaborating. In this one moment, we wanted to plan a rally in Annapolis for the statewide styrofoam ban, and they said no, suggesting an educational field trip for us instead, because we're students, and that's where we belong. But frozen in this one moment of our frustration, we realized that while we had to be team players, we were also our own coalition. And we said yes to their field trip, but we also planned our own rally in Baltimore for students.
They sought to keep us on the sidelines, thinking we were incapable of real change. But we showed them that not even they could silence our student voices any longer. We continue to be challenged by those adult lobbyists who underestimate our potential or seek to micromanage our work. They say youth are our future leaders.
Our leaders of tomorrow. No.
We can be leaders today, here and now.
That's the lesson that we are sharing with the students of Baltimore through Baltimore Beyond Plastic and with every young person here today, that we can make change through policy. When you get home, look up your local legislators and Just write them a letter, set up a meeting to talk about an environmental concern in your neighborhood and how you can solve it with them. You can visit our website at bemorebeyondplastic.org for inspiration. And just spread this message to your friends, because strength in numbers is what we will need. Finally, we could not have gotten to this stage without a few key people, so the thank yous. Worlds of gratitude to our close mentor, Andrea Calderon, and to all our other coworkers at the Baltimore Office of Sustainability. To our nonprofit partners in our fight against styrofoam, to the Brower Youth Awards program and the Earth Island Institute.
To our families, to the students of Baltimore for believing in our work.
And finally, to each other.
Thank you.
Thank you.